What? Do I think Dilo deserved his first place? And where is Zero? I promised you guys in my live streams to give you my top 8. Hey yo, what's up current and future beatboxers? Welcome back to another analysis video with your boy, Madox. Today I'm going to check out the top 8 SBX Kickback
Beatbox Battle Wildcards.
And as always, before I watch the video, I'm gonna check out the comment section first.
Let's read some comments!
Zero doesn't win the wildcard. Dilip, first time. Painful, painful. Never wanted Madox to analyze anything more than this. Oh, pressure. I am a big fan of Dilo, but his wildcard didn't deserve to be in the top 8. Oh. Yeah, so just looking at how many people liked this comment, a lot of other fans might disagree as well. The like-dislike ratio of this video is insane, man. Wow. You may follow a certain judging procedure, but that doesn't mean it's not broken. Bress or Madox talked about this in one of their videos. Just look at Enemy vs Inky 2019. The fact that 75% of the comments are calling for Zero shows something is wrong. As the community gets bigger, more issues like this will pop out, but it's never too late to fix them. Listen to the fans. Transparency would also be nice. Show us the judges' judging cards so we know the judges' points for each beatboxer. Or maybe a video of the judges talking about why they made their decisions. Yeah, so finally someone pointing out the real problem that he has. I'm going to answer to this at the end of this video. Me after watching the winner's announcement 1343.
This life is a joke.
Damn, so many disappointed people. Everyone, Zero should easily be in top 8. Madox, man of culture. First the analysis, then we talk about this. 537, when Madox reads my comment and he says to me, man of culture. Wow! Man of culture! It's said that popularity means more than skill and talent in Swiss beatbox. So the main issue that the beatbox fans have is that the top 8 only have really popular beatboxers. And of course they're popular for some reason, but at the same time for some fans it feels weird that there's no newcomer inside. So happy for Dudz, he has progressed so much and we need some musicality in this competition. Finally a positive comment! Plot twist, Zero is at 0th place. 143, how it feels to chew 5 gum. I don't remember that 5 gum is so crispy. Madox, after seeing everyone call for the analysis.
Let me analyze that!
Alright guys, so let's watch Dilip first. was Dilip from India. By the way, guys, before I start analyzing this one, I have to point out that I was analyzing all the wildcards already once in a live stream. You can find the link down below. Anyway, so in general, Dilla was for me a really experimental wildcard. He was really focusing on doing new sounds. Let's look at the details. So the intro right away was really experimental and crazy. I can tell this is not everyone's taste, but I have to point out this is really original. Then he went into this build up for his first drop, and I have to say these technical parts were really unclean. The sounds that he's using are fine, but the groove is kinda off. I definitely think he needs to work on this combo again. Then on his first drop, he unexpectedly dropped this crazy bass line. I have no clue what kind of bass this is, but it sounds really sick. But then the rest of the beat is really low energy, and for the video I can tell it's cool, but I think on a microphone it would lack in energy. And here already comes the first problem that I have with this competition. I'm not really sure what the judges are looking for. Are they looking for someone who sounds sick in a video, or for someone who sounds sick on a microphone on stage? Therefore, I can't really judge this part. Then he comes back into this intro part and continues with a build-up with some zippers inside. And then in the drop he continues to use these zippers, but the rest of it, I don't know, it kind of sounds messy for me. The idea of it is really sick, but I think he needs to clean up his sounds in this drop. Then he has this insane part where his zipper control is just outstanding. I never heard this before. So in general, I think this was one of the most experimental wildcards. He was using many combos that I didn't hear before like that, and especially his zipper control is just really outstanding. What I would wish for this wildcard, and that's just my personal preference, is that he applies more dynamics into his routine. The whole wildcard is really low energy, and when I look for a beatboxer for a beatbox battle, I want to see really high energy parts where I can get the feeling that he can destroy his opponent in the battle. Also for me, the second drop was missing power and clarity, so he would need to work on this one.
Let me analyze that.
Alright, let's continue with the next one, Villain.
This is not what you used to. Yeah. 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 Not what you used to.
Alright, that was a Villain. For me, really special in this wildcard was the flow. And man, these combos that he has is so fast and clean. That's insane. So I can tell overall Villain's aim was to be really minimalistic with his beats. And when I say minimalistic, I don't mean easy in execution, but low and dark with his energy.
Come on.
And he's applying this energy into his whole wildcard. Even his lyrics are saying, this is not what you used to.
This is not what you used to. Yeah.
The energy that he has in the drop is just insane. The bass is really powerful, and the combo that he does in this beat has a really high complexity as well as a really good execution. I don't know a lot of beatboxers who could pull off a fast beat like this with such a power.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he keeps attacking with the OD bass, and it's just so powerful, but at the same time the vibe is still really dark. And then also the second drop with this oscillation bass and the whistle in between, it sounds so dark. So to sum it up on his wildcard specifically, I don't have a lot to criticize. He's really clean, he's really powerful, and his message is really clear. A beat like that is really experimental and therefore can be dangerous because it's not everybody's taste. So if he would perform a beat like this in front of a bigger audience, he wouldn't get as much crowd response because there are not as many show elements, melodies or lyrics going on. But if you ask me personally, I think this is a really sick wildcard and it really deserves to be in top 8.
Let me analyze that.
Let's go on with Readermind. Wow, polyrhythms.
This beatbox is magic. Classic. Six.
Wow, he has really powerful and clean drum sounds. My gosh. So what is really special about Readermind's wildcard is his polyrhythms. He can juggle around with it really flawlessly.
Beatbox is magic.
A lot of beatboxers, when they start doing odd rhythms or polyrhythms, they kind of lose timing or just feels misplaced in the composition. But Readermind has a lot of control over it and it's really sick. I was seeing one little mistake though in his first drop when he combines his inward K snare and his lip roll. The inward K snare is just not punchy enough. But then in between, his inward K snare is really sick. Kind of reminds me of Helium or Darny, like a really fat inward K snare. Then in the second part, for me, really outstanding was the synthesizer sound that he does. Don't know how to do that. Wow! This shout, what the fuck is that? It sounds so sick. Yeah, and then at the end, he did the 6/4 beat. I don't know if this was really necessary. For me personally, it didn't make sense at this point. It kind of feels more like a flex that you would do when you battle someone and you want to show that you have better timing than your opponent. Yeah, so overall Rythmind was really clean and really powerful. So his execution is really high as well as complexity when it comes to his beats. Compared to Villain, I was missing the storyline that leads you through the whole routine. He had some good dynamics in his Wildcard, but the separate parts didn't really feel connected. But yeah, when it comes to drumming skills specifically, I think this was the best Wildcard of the whole competition.
Let me analyze that.
Alright, let's go on with Dudz from Brazil.
When you feel my heat, look into my eyes. It's where my demons hide. It's where my demons hide. Don't get too close. It's dark inside. It's where my demons hide. It's where my demons yeah.
So soft.
It's where my demons yeah.
Wow. What a composition, yo. Alright, so on Dudz, I can tell he wasn't even trying to battle anyone. He just wanted to perform his music. Right at the beginning, he started with this melody, and I really love this breathy part. Also, just the melody of it is really, really catchy. I personally just didn't like the snare so much in the intro. Don't get me wrong, I think it's really, really clean. I just think the texture of this clap is a little bit too dirty for this one. Maybe instead of 3 claps, he could just use 2. I don't even know how to do 3 claps at the same time. So at least for the skill, props, bro. Then he came into the first verse, and I actually really enjoy that his kicks and snares don't have too much attack there, so you're focusing more on the melody. It kind of feels like when you have an electronic song and the producer decided to cut the low end on the drums. And he keeps going with this energy through the whole verse, and it's really, really beautiful. I really love it. The only thing that I was missing in this Wildcard is one point where he attacks. So for example, at this part where he uses his poly voice, he could go in more in this point. Just to get more dynamics into it. But this is just a personal preference if I'm thinking of that I search for beatboxes for a battle. If this would be just a song that he performs for a showcase, that would be totally fine. Also, I have to say in the second part, his timing could be a little bit more tighter. And also in the outro, when he did this melody, he was skipping one beat. But these are just little details.
Let me analyze that.
So let's go on with B-Art.
or shut up. Here we go again. Speak up or shut up.
Wow, so really outstanding on Beard is the energy that he has. I think out of all wildcards that we just saw, Beard was the most energetic one. He started with this low energy melody in the beginning, and I really like the texture that he creates with the bass. And then in the build up, the energy, man, you just know there's something really, really dirty coming in the drop. And then the first drop, what the f is going on, man?
Speak up or shut up.
That's so heavy. Also, when he changes to pitch, first his click roll is really high, and then he goes into this low click roll. That's so sick. And then in the second transition, the build up, man, that was already insane. Like, the combo that he does is so original.
Here we go again.
And then on the second drop, I was just losing it. It's a really simple beat, but it's so dirty at the same time. The bass of it, oh my gosh. I can imagine on a live event, people would just go crazy with this one. And then in the second part of this drop, he was simplifying it even more, but at the same time attacking even more. You can tell he's a pure battle animal. So I would say Beard has the whole package. He has a really, really good composition. His complexity is really high. His execution is really high. The only thing that I need to criticize is, especially in his build-up, sometimes he gets a little bit too fast, so he loses timing. But other than that, the energy of this wildcard is just perfect for battle. He doesn't really use new sounds that the beatbox scene didn't hear before, but at the same time it's still really original because it's really his style. Like the inward bass combined with the click roll, then the transition with the squeaky sound, and also the outward click roll. He's 100% on his own style and it's really sick.
Let me analyze that.
Let's go on with Elisii.
When I pop up and your girl gave me just a little bit of lockjaw. Baby so cold, she's from the Canada. How I strut like
Wow.
how I strut like
What an ending. So really outstanding on Elise is how clean he is. I think out of all wildcards in this competition, this was the cleanest one by far. And the impressive part for me is that he still has this power while he's so clean. So there's not a lot I can criticize about this wildcard. It's super flawless. Talking about personal taste, I would wish that he would use a little bit more energy in his vocals in the beginning.
When I pop up, and your girl gave me just a little bit of lockjaw.
I can tell he wanted to keep it subtle at this point, but I think a little bit more energy could be still doable there. If he would put a bit more energy into his vocals, he could catch the attention of the audience even more. But the rest of it, my gosh. The variations that he has in his lip rolls, the outward sub bass that he does, how much control he has over the pitch of it, and also his unique combos. I think he even could be first place, but let's agree on that he most definitely deserved to be on top 8 at least.
Let me analyze that.
Alright, let's go on with Zekka from Spain.
Hit it with the bass, hit it with the highs, hit it with the bass, hit it with the highs, hit it with the face, hit it with the thighs, hit it with the put it in a bag, sip it, share that, get that paper, move it. This life is a joke.
Wow, his sounds are really flawless and he's also really powerful. So I think Zekka, when you compare cleanness and energy, is somewhere between B-Art and Elisii. He's really powerful and his beats are really complex, but he's still really clean. The only thing I really can criticize on him is his vocal line at the beginning.
Hit it with the bass, hit it with the highs.
Hit him with the bass, hit him with the highs. I heard too many beatboxers talking in their lyrics about bass and highs already. But the rest is just flawless, powerful and original. I don't even have to analyze that. He 100% deserved this wildcard.
Let me analyze that.
Alright, let's go on with the last one. Dilo.
Running away from the beat of the world.
Flow.
Running away from the beat of the world.
What?
Running away from the beat of the world.
What?
You're skinning away from the rhythm of the wow. Running away from the rhythm of the wow.
What? Yeah, honestly, I can tell why he's on first place. His structure is really sick. His complexity, I think, is the highest of the whole competition. And his execution is nearly flawless. Let's get a little bit deeper into this because this one caused a lot of controversy. Yeah, so the intro already, I think the melody is really, really catchy. This is a melody that keeps stuck in your head for a long time. At least for me, it was like that when I watched it the first time. It's not super complex or anything, but I think it's really, really catchy. And also the vocal line that he uses before every main drop is really, really outstanding.
Running away from the beat of the wow.
And then after this first vocal line, he has this beat going that is so catchy, the groove of it. The kick placements are so odd, but at the same time, it just makes sense and makes you want to bounce to this. And then these transitions, boy. His main beats are really focusing on the flow, and in his transitions, he's showing his real skills. And then the second main drop, my gosh, what is the sound? Inward bass and lip roll at the same time. I never heard of this before. Insane. That's so hard to do. How does he do it so clean? Also, it sounds really hollow. I can't even do it that hollow. And then the end, guys, a lot of wildcards missing out this ending where just go in attacking. At this point, he had 15 seconds left and he just could go into his outro and just fade out. But no, he was attacking. He was showing, yo, I'm a real battle animal. And that's why this wildcard is so sick. Yeah, so ultimately, do I think Dilo deserved his first place? And where is Zero? This might be the most unsatisfying conclusion that I ever made, but I have to say, I can't really make a decision here. My biggest problem with this competition is that I don't really know what's the aim. Do the judges look at the routines based on how it would sound on a stage or in a video or on an online competition? I don't really know. And that's why first for me it's really hard to make a decision, and at the same time I think this is also the reason why there's so much confusion going on in the beatbox scene. If you look at the GBB wildcards, it's pretty clear what the judges were looking for. The main goal for GBB was to find beatboxers who both can do 6 shows and battle. So when I was judging the GBB wildcards, it was pretty clear for me what I need to look for. At this competition, I need to guess and everyone needs to guess. What is the aim? So if I would look for a beatboxer that can kill it on a live beatbox battle event such as GBB, where composition also plays a big role because you have to showcase elimination at the beginning, I would say Dilo deserves the first place because he is a really good compromise between good composition and crazy complexity. And also these powerful high attack moments that he had, I can tell these would work really, really good on stage. So I can tell that the judges probably saw the same thing in Dilo that I saw right now. But then if you look at wildcards like Dudz, for example, who is more of a pure showcase beatboxer, or Dilip, who was way too experimental for a battle, again it's really hard for me to tell what the aim of this event is. So how can we as a beatbox scene avoid controversies like this? I think because beatboxing in general is going in so many different directions. Some beatboxers are really focusing on songwriting like Dudz, some are focusing on being really, really original in sound design like for example Dilip, and others like Biat for example are focusing on the energy. So I think we're hitting one point where as an event organizer it's not enough anymore to say we're looking for the best beatboxer. Especially in events formats like this, where the rounds will be based on videos, the event organizer needs to be really specific on what kind of beatboxers he's looking for. And he has to do this before the wildcard competition starts, so beatboxers can prepare specifically on what the event organizer is looking for. And let me point out again, my aim with this video right here is not to blame someone, but I want to give my thoughts and ideas to it to improve the beatbox scene. What I think that we need for the future is events that are, for example, focusing more on songwriting. Some events will focus on pure battling, where it's more about crazy techniques, power and energy. And some events may be only focusing on originality, where it's more important to be original than powerful and clean or have a good composition, for example. If we have events like that and we predefine the rules for the wildcard competition and for the battles, it's going to be way easier for the beatboxers to prepare and for the audience to understand decisions. Additionally to that, I would wish that judges in the future, especially in wildcard competitions where you have time to think about it, be more transparent with their decisions and maybe even justify their decisions in a live stream or in a video. Alright, so to finish this off, I promised you guys in my live streams to give you my top 8. I have decided to not make my own top 8 list because I don't know what the aim of this event is. I'm really sorry for this, but I think if I would release my top 8 also, this would cause even more confusion because I may be focused on something else than the judges from the Kickback Beatbox Battle would focus on. Just as an example, if the main aim of the event would be to find the best songwriter, I would put Dudz on the first place. If I would look for the best live event beatboxer, then yes, Dilo and people like B-Art would be on my top list too. And then again, it would make a difference if I would look for someone for a live event compared to someone for an online event. For example, if I look at Zero's Wildcard, it's really sick in the video and it sounds really sick in the video. But parts like this filtered beat that he did, I think stuff like that probably wouldn't work in a live event. But if I would know I'm looking for a beatboxer for online beatbox battle, like a classical online beatbox battle, then yes, Zero is on my top list. But here comes the confusion again. It's not a face-to-face online beatbox battle, it's a video battle. So I don't know what to focus on. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Quick and easy. If you enjoy my content, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. Also, if you guys want to rewatch my live streams, you can join me now as a supporter or member. Unfortunately, you only can join me when you use a computer or a Mac. It doesn't work on a phone. But then if you're on a computer or Mac, click the join button under the video. Alright, that's it. Hope to see you soon.